Sacchetti, a Brooklyn Boy Scout, has earned his merit badge in faith. 16-year-old Jake Harmon says the Scouts have not only taught him how to tie ropes and build a fire, they've helped him learn about the Catholic faith and are the reason he is a baptized Catholic today. Currents News' Katie Vasquez caught up with him in Narrowsburg, that's up in the Catskill Mountains, where the new Catholic was attending the yearly pilgrimage to 10 Mile River Scout Camp.
Up in the Catskill Mountains, 3 hours from Brooklyn, these Boy Scouts are celebrating their faith. Every year, they make the trek up to 10 Mile River Scout Camp, connecting with nature and God as Bishop Robert Brennan celebrates a special Mass. But this year, for Scout Jake Harmon, the Mass feels different. He was baptized during the Easter Vigil last April.
My mom is Catholic and my dad is Jewish. They didn't want to push religion on us because they wanted us to choose just because, you know, they both had different opinions.
Good afternoon, Camp Kiwa.
The 16-year-old says scouting helped him first learn about Catholicism.
Big part about scouting and the sash I wear is giving back to, you know, not only the camps and community, and it kind of reflects a lot with the Catholic faith, you know, giving back.
But the big pull to decide his beliefs came after he asked his Troop 99 leader, Brian Long, about a special award for the Catholic faith.
He asked me if he could take the Catholic Religious Award, and I told him, yeah. He said, but you know, he says, I'm half Jewish, half Catholic. I says, well, you can go for the Catholic Award, go for the Jewish Award, and see which one, you know, then you can make the decision, you know, what faith you want.
After finishing the Catholic Award, Jake decided to pursue the faith, taking religious education courses at his home parish of St. Athanasius in Bensonhurst.
At the end of it, I realized that I want to be Catholic for the rest of my life.
His interest in Catholicism even spreading to his family, first reaching his brother, who is also a scout, and then they convinced their sister.
We came to her and we're like, hey, we want to do this. Is this something that you would want to do? She saw that we found ourselves in it and that she wanted to join us in the journey.
Bishop Brennan says it's stories like Jake's that highlight all the good scouting can do.
It shows you some of the contributions that this experience of scouting can do, because one of the things that happens here is a young person discovers more about themselves and about who they are, and faith like being part of that. So he really discovered his Catholic faith being here.
Now Jake is wearing his faith like a badge of honor. He is currently pursuing the second part of the Catholic Religion Award, which involves reflecting on this time from baptism to his new life as a Catholic. In Narrowsburg, Katie Vasquez, Currents News.
Great story. Meantime, in the Diocese of Brooklyn, a Cardinal-elect made a visit to Queens. Parishioners of Our Lady of Mount Carmel in Astoria got to celebrate their patron's feast day on Sunday with Archbishop Christophe Pierre. He's the Pope's representative to the United States and one of the 21 newly named cardinals of the Catholic Church. Cardinal-elect Pierre led the Mass along with Brooklyn's Bishop Robert Brennan. Prior to the liturgy, the parish processed around the church block and recited the rosary. The national correspondent for the Tablet and Crux, John Lavenberg, got an exclusive interview with the Cardinal-elect. He asked the papal nuncio about the appointment and where he was when he got the call to become a cardinal. You can read all that and more on thetablet.org. A Lower Manhattan church was attacked over the weekend. Police say 42-year-old Walter Chisholm broke into Our Lady of Rosary Church through a window Saturday, entering a shrine to America's first saint, Elizabeth Ann Seton, and damaging a large crucifix. Ticket agents across the street helped to hold him down until officers arrived. He was arrested while wearing a purple priestly vestment and no pants. We spoke to one of those agents about the incident.
They say there's a guy in the church trying to harm them. So we called the cops and the guy came out. When the guy came out, the guy is very, very aggressively. So, you know, the cops couldn't grab him. So we have to follow him, you know, trying to grab him for everybody's safety. There's a lot of homeless guys here and some of them are very aggressively, but this guy, that is the first time we saw him here.
Some of the charges brought against him include assaulting an officer, burglary, and criminal mischief. It's not clear if he was taken to jail or for a mental health evaluation. The NYPD has its first ever Latino police commissioner. Mayor Eric Adams has tapped Edward Caban to lead New York's finest.
I want to begin by giving thanks to God for this incredible day. Because with God, all things are possible. To be the first Hispanic police commissioner is an honor of the highest measure.
Caban, who was raised in the Bronx, gave a shout out to his dad, who also served in the NYPD, for guiding him throughout his career. Caban had been serving as acting commissioner after Keyshawn Sewell stepped down last month. Mayor Adams has a new plan to house the endless influx of migrants being sent to New York City. His administration is looking at 2 new possible locations for tent cities, and they're both in Queens. Officials will tour the grounds at Aqueduct Racetrack and Creedmoor Psychiatric Center this week. The Pope's peace mission in Ukraine is coming to Washington, D.C. The Holy Father's envoy, Cardinal Matteo Zuppi, will meet with President Biden to advance humanitarian relief and peace efforts. The visit comes after Cardinal Zuppi visited the capitals of both Russia and Ukraine last month. During his trip to Kyiv, the envoy spoke with Ukrainian President Volodymyr Zelensky, and a few weeks later, when the Cardinal went to Moscow, he met with the Russian Orthodox Patriarch. Cardinal Zuppi's visit comes as President Biden announced that as part of the U.S.'s ongoing military support to Ukraine, they'll provide cluster munitions, weapons that scatter smaller-sized munitions over a large area, with the expectation they will explode upon hitting the ground. Bishop David Malloy, the U.S. Bishops' International Justice and Peace Chair, has expressed concern over the weapons, saying in a statement, while recognizing Ukraine's right to self-defense, we must continue to pray for dialogue and peace. And I join with our Holy Father in supporting and sharing in his moral concern and aspiration. Some priests have pulled together their talents so a group of young people can make the pilgrimage to Portugal for World Youth Day this August. Meet the band, Priests in Concert. They first met while in seminary in Maryland. So far, they've raised some $20,000 during their first concert alone. They'll be joined by about 400 young people from the Archdiocese of Washington for World Youth Day. And there's still time for you to go to World Youth Day, which is the first week of August. Just go to lisboa2023.org/EN for the English version of the site. The register button will be in the upper right-hand corner. And that is this Currents News Update. I'm Christine Persichetti. Thank you for joining us, because we are putting your faith in the news. Hope to see you again next time.